What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is if you carry yourself like a king, women will treat you like a king. All right. One of the main things that I worked on in my character when I look at, when I just started in my journey of picking up women and working on my ability to attract women and get the results I wanted in my dating life, one of the main things I focused on was inner game, you know, my mindset, my belief system, what's going on internally. I didn't focus on, tactics, pickup lines, strategies, all that shit. I didn't focus on that. I focused on my character. And I believe that's where most of your energy should go. How can I improve my character? And what I found is when you improve your character, you strengthen your frame. And where I'm going at with this is you want to create a frame where when you interact with a woman, you're communicating from a place of, I am a king. What do I mean by that? You are a man who's on a mission. You're building your kingdom. You're building your empire. And when you communicate to a woman, you're simply qualifying to see, is she, someone who can be a part of your kingdom, part of your evolution, part of your growth, right? That's the mindset. That's the mentality. And the only way for you to have a frame like that is for you to work on your inner game. Right? You gotta have certainty in who you are, certainty in your vision, in your purpose, and what you're doing. And that's what's gonna allow you to communicate with strength. Right? When you communicate to a woman, you want her to feel you. You want her to feel your energy. You want her to feel your certainty. You want her to feel your confidence, because women go off of emotions. Right? So they're gonna respond to you based on how you make them feel. Right? So if you communicate like a little mouse, if you communicate with uncertainty, communicate in a timid way, with a weak demeanor, then she would treat you as a weak man. She would treat you like a beta male. She would treat you, as someone lower than her, because that is how you're making her feel. Right? So when a woman treats you a certain way, you can't get pissed off about her. You got to ask yourself, how am I communicating? How am I behaving? Why does she feel like she can treat me that way? You got to check and see. Because when you carry yourself as a king, she has two choices. She can either see that you are holding yourself as a king and basically treat you as a king, or she can reject that frame. And if she rejects that frame, you don't compromise. You don't say, oh, she doesn't see me as a king, so let me stop acting like that. No, you say, okay, I carry myself and see myself as a king. And if you're not going to treat me as such, then we will have to end this communication line. So what you want to do is you want to always communicate as a king. And yes, some women are going to be into it. Some women are not going to be into it. But no matter what, you hold your frame. You hold your character. You carry yourself as a man of power, a man of creation, a man that has value. Right? And if you don't feel like you have value, then work on your value. Right? Work on some skills. Start building. Start creating. Evolve. Do what you can to take things to the next level. Don't stay the same. So, this idea of being a king, another thing you want to look at is, man, do you feel like a king or not? Right? Because if you don't feel like a king, it's hard to carry yourself as one. And how do you get to this point where you feel like a king? Well, for me, it's what I've done with my life. It's what I'm doing with my energy that makes me feel like a king. The fact that I'm, tapping into my masculinity every single day, and I'm creating, I'm evolving, and I'm pushing forward, and I'm going towards a vision, and I'm leading, right? I'm stepping into the unknown, right? I'm creating in an original way. I'm not following anyone. I'm not trying to follow the trend. I don't give a shit. I know what I'm doing, and I know what it takes and how difficult it is to live as a king, to live as a leader, to create, to step into the unknown, to be willing to make mistakes, be willing to get rejected. Like, you start to believe that you're worthy of being treated a certain type of way because of how you're living, right? If you are bullshitting, sitting on your ass all day, making excuses, blaming others, just living below your potential, shit like that, you're not going to feel like a king because you're not living like a king. You will feel how you live, right? You want to feel like a beast, you got to live like a beast. You want to feel like a king, you got to live like a king. You want to feel sexy, you got to live sexy. Whatever you want to feel, you got to live that way. You have to create that. You have to manifest that. And it's up to you to make it happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. So just understand, you will be treated the way you carry yourself. If you're not being treated like a king, it's because you're not carrying yourself like a king. How do you know how people are seeing you? You know how people are seeing you based on how they treat you. Right? So if people treat you with respect, people admire you, people follow you, people listen to you, shit like that, that means, people see you as someone of value. And so carry yourself as such. Right? But if people disrespecting you, people not respecting your time, respecting your energy, right? People don't listen to you, people don't want to follow, shit like that, that means the value's not there. You got to bring up your value. Right? Don't get pissed off or angry or sad about shit. Use it as constructive criticism. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your experiences. Right? If women aren't responding to you the way that you like, that means you need to evolve. It doesn't mean that it's game over, that you lose. It means that you can improve. It means that there's work to do. So do the work. Do the work. As a man, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to create. We're not supposed to settle. Okay, especially if you're living as a king. A king you're a king as you build your kingdom, right? If you're not building your kingdom of wealth, power, and women, right? If you're not increasing your income every single day, if you're not cultivating more power every single day, if you're not making yourself more attractive to women every single day, then what the fuck are you doing? Right? That's what I mean by building your kingdom. Creation, evolution, tapping into your potential and saying, fuck mediocrity, fuck not getting what you want. Go and get exactly what you want. Don't limit yourself. If you want a Rolls Royce, go and get a Rolls Royce. If you want a mansion, go and get a mansion. If you want to be a millionaire, go and be a millionaire. Forget about, oh yeah, just see if I could get a nice job. Bro, go for exactly what you want, right? I believe in being a kid. Being a kid, like a mature kid, right? Like having the spirit and the imagination of a kid, but being mature about it. Like understanding, okay, yeah, if I want to create some greatness, if I want to achieve something great, I got to put the work in, right? And imagining it is not enough. Thinking about it is not enough. The action has to come as well. So you go about, you do both, right? You imagine it, you think about it, you visualize it, and then you put the work in. You build your kingdom every single day. You put a plan together. You take the resources you have right now. You may not have everything, but you take what you got right now and you just start applying. And you just lock in and see what you can do. Right? And you just stay positive, man. There's so many things that are going to happen, try to bring you down, shit like that. But you just got to stay positive. You got to keep your head up, your chest up high, and fight. Fight, man. Never back down. Never, take a hit, fall, and stay on the ground. Get the fuck back up every single time and get back to work. Get back to creation. Get back to evolving. Right? That's what it means to be a king. And if you carry yourself with this energy, women will respond to you differently. Right? And if a woman is not accepting this frame, then you, as I said, you cut the communication. You never compromise. You don't bring yourself down to make somebody accept you. Fuck that. Right? When you start carrying yourself with more respect and stuff like that, people are going to test you and challenge you, try to bring you back down. And that's not time for you to cower. That's not time for you to break. That's time for you to straighten up and put your head up and look them in the eye and say, what's up? Right? Who's challenging me? Because I'm a challenge right back. Okay? I'm ready. Right? People allow fear and bad feelings to hold them back. You know, the rejection, right? Rejection is this thing that is a big thing, especially when it comes to like picking up women, approaching women, stuff like that. Rejection, fuck, nobody wants to experience that. It's because it doesn't feel good to get rejected. It just doesn't. So what we need to do as men is we need to get desensitized to these feelings that hold us back from getting what we want. We need to get desensitized to them. We need to face them on a daily basis. The things that people are running away from, we need to seek them out every single day. That's how you strengthen your character. That's how you become a beast. That's how you become a king. A king is not the ordinary guy. It's the guy that's going to battle every single day. It's the guy that's elevating himself every single day. It's a guy that shows up every single day. It's the one who's willing to do what most won't do. The one who's demonstrated more survival. What does it mean to be alpha? The alpha is the guy who's demonstrating the most survival. And the guy who's demonstrating the most survival is the man with the most power, with the most courage, with the most certainty, most confidence, the most grounded masculinity. Not the guy that's afraid of shit. Not the guy that's trying to avoid fear, avoid pain, avoid all this shit. It's the guy who seeks out the pain and he can handle it. He can handle any pain, any challenge, any difficulty, right? He steps up to the plate and he's ready to go. He might even have a smile on his face when most people would be, shaking and all that shit. He's like, let's go. Why? Because this is a way of living, right? You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Live as a king. You don't try to, when the girl shows up all of a sudden, now you try to be a king. No, you live as a king. Set your day up full of activities and actions and ways of being that's aligned with being a king, right? So you don't have to pretend. This is actually how you live every single day. So you will carry that energy. You will carry that frequency. And women can feel it, right? Because they're very in tune with their emotions. You can't bullshit them, right? So this is the path I've taken. I would never tell somebody, oh, this, you get a girl with a pickup line or you say this thing or you do. No, you become a king. You become the best version of yourself. You tap into your masculinity and you ground it out. You learn how to deal with tension. You learn how to deal with challenges. You're going to get tried. You're going to get rejected. You're going to hear no. All these things are going to happen, but you keep showing up with a smile on your face because you're a king. And you're here to build your kingdom. You're here to acquire more power, right? You're here to generate more wealth. You're here to become more attractive to women and increase the quality of women that you attract, right? And that's an everyday thing. That's not a once in a blue moon thing. That's every single day. You keep doing that shit. And you find ways to make it fun, make it creative, make it interesting. Sometimes you got to recreate yourself. Sometimes you got to destroy the old you to create the new you, right? Maybe you were a prince, now it's time to become a king. Or maybe you was a toad, and now it's time to become a prince. And then from a prince, then you become a king, right? You got to make these evolutions. But one thing you don't want to do is stay complacent. One thing you don't want to do is make excuses. One thing you don't want to do is wait for somebody to come and save you. Nobody is going to come and fucking save you. You have to be the king of your life. You have to be a beast. You have to be an emperor. You have to be whatever it is. But a commoner, a slave, a servant, they don't get shit done. They're the ones who people tell what to do. And you, if you're a guy who's getting told what to do and shit like that, you're not gonna get no women, right? A woman wants a king. She wants a man who she can look up to, a man she can respect, right? A man that can lead and she can follow. Fuck all that other bullshit about being nice and this and that. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit, bro. You gotta be alpha. You gotta be masculine. You gotta know your lane though. You can't be, alpha in every situation. You find your lane. You find your path. You find your niche. And then you go and be a beast in that. You go and become a king in that. You look at the person who's in the top spot and you say, I'm coming for you. Right? And you do what is necessary to get that top spot. So anyway, that's the advice for today. If you're a man watching this, join the Masculine Throne. It's a group for kings who are building their kingdom of wealth, power, and women. I'll drop a link to the group in the comment section. I'll see you inside. Peace.